Well, this is a fun moment. Broadway in Cincinnati has an exciting lineup planned for the 2022-2023 season. And here to tell us all about it is Genevieve Holt, Vice President, Midwest Broadway across America. I am so pumped about this. You're already opening a brand new show like this week, and we're looking ahead to next season as well. Are we ready to do this?
Oh, yes.
Okay, because out of the chute, you are storming out of the chute, so let's just start there.
With the first show of the year?
First show of next season.
Of next year. So we kind of have a weird season because Hamilton is actually at the end of this season.
Right.
So that's in the fall. But our first show is actually in November, and that's Tina, the Tina Turner musical.
Yeah.
So that is a behind the music tale of how Tina Turner came to fame, the decisions she made to get there, you know, the music that she wrote along the way, and then what happened after she became famous. So there are moments in there that are like being at a Tina Turner concert.
Well, and that's what I was saying to you during the commercial break. It feels like one of those shows where how on earth does the audience not get up and dance with what's going on the stage?
You can't sit still. It is the music is so great, and so it's like a concert at times, and you just really kind of.
And speaking of music that people know, as we move into the next show of, again, this is next season, different kind of music, but a lot of songs that people absolutely know. Let's talk about Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes, Jesus Christ Superstar is a show that we had scheduled for spring of 2020. So we had to cancel it at that time.
Right.
So we were very excited to know that it was still going to be out on tour, that we could bring it back with this season. And a lot of people had asked us, please make sure you bring it. So Jesus Christ Superstar is coming. It is a really cool production, as you can see from the video. It's a really dance-heavy, really, really energetic version of Superstar, and it's going to be amazing.
You mentioned having to cancel things and reschedule things. It has to be such a nice feeling to be able to talk about things in this is a complete season, bunch of shows, all that. Anastasia is in that.
Anastasia.
And I don't know the Broadway show very well at all. So talk about that one.
So that is also one of those we had to cancel.
Right.
So we're so excited to bring that back as well. And it is a beautiful, beautiful show. We go from the Russian Empire to 1920s Paris. It's a wonderful story of this heroine, Anastasia, who's trying to find out who she is, literally and metaphorically. And so it is based on both the actual myth of Anastasia and kind of the early material, but also the 1997 movie, the animated film that women of a certain age have grown up with and really love. And so it has a lot of those songs in it, and people have a deep connection to it. So it is a great show.
And you kind of go from, in a sense, one Annie to another Annie, if you will, the Annie that we all know and love. Let's talk about that production next.
So I, as a mom and somebody who believes in early exposure to the arts, anytime we have a show, a really great touring show that's family friendly, I want to bring it. And Annie is going to be one of those. It is a brand new production. And what's really cool is many years ago, the original Broadway cast, which had Sarah Jessica Parker in it, had a girl named Jen Thompson who played an orphan. She is grown up now. She is a professional theater director. She's directing this Annie. So she was an orphan in the show, and now she's directing the show.
She knows that show pretty well.
So I think it'll have a lot of the charm of the original because she knows it so well, but a fresh take on Annie. So
it's funny because there's always that fine line between you want to have a lot of shows that people kind of know, and then you want to have a lot of things that are also new to folks too, and it's a nice mix. This next show we're going to talk about is certainly a title that people know, but maybe they don't know the musical. Tootsie.
Tootsie, yes. So Tootsie was, originally a movie in 1982.
Dustin Hoffman.
Iconic comic movie. And the Broadway adaptation, in the original Tootsie, he tries to get a job on a soap opera. In this version, he gets a job on a Broadway show.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little twist on it. It's set in current day, and it is written like your favorite sitcom, the best episode of your favorite sitcom.
Oh, I love that.
It is so funny, and all these situational comedy type things that I laughed for the whole 2 hours. I thought it was fantastic.
Nice.
So people will adore this show.
We started with Tina and talking about the 22-23 season, and now we're to another show where it's going to be a lot of songs that you know very, very well, the Carole King musical.
Yes, exactly. So Beautiful ranks among, it's a very top show that people ask us to bring back.
Really?
People loved it so much the first time. It sold out, so a lot of people couldn't get in. So we really wanted to bring it back if we could. So we have it for a week. And yes, it tells that behind the music story of Carole King, who is a fantastic person and wrote some beautiful songs.
So many of the songs where you don't realize that she's the person who wrote that song. Yeah.
It's that kind of musical where you're like, oh, of course I know that one.
Yeah.
And she was a trailblazer and didn't think about that and didn't care about that. But she was a woman writing music when nobody else was, you know, and wrote some of these enduring hits and just a great person overall. So I love this show.
Now this next one is one that maybe people have heard of it, but I don't know that they know it. Hadestown?
Hadestown.
Yeah.
So Hadestown won the Tony for Best Musical.
Right.
It also won the Grammy for Best Musical Theater Album, and that is key because the show came out in New York and has been a big hit. But we have found as it went out on tour, people know it. It's because of that album.
Oh, okay.
People have bought this album and fallen in love with the music of the show. So by the time it gets to the towns across America, the tickets are gone because people are really in love with Hadestown. It tells it weaves together two myths, Greek myths, the Orpheus and Eurydice and Persephone and Hades.
Okay.
Which sounds dense, but it's not. It is beautifully written.
It's not a Greek chorus standing up there or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's set kind of modern day. It's has this New Orleans flair. Singer-songwriter Aeneas Mitchell wrote the music, so the music is incredible. And it's a love story. It's a beautiful love story. And as I said, it's beautiful to watch and beautiful to listen to. And people are crazy about this show. So I think everyone will love it in Cincinnati.
If that's a lot about the people loving the music, this next one feels like it's loving the spectacle of it.
Yes.
Going to end the season with Moulin Rouge.
Yes, 3 weeks of Moulin Rouge.
Wow.
So we don't always bring things for that long.
Yeah.
And it is spectacular.
Yeah.
They really do an amazing, as you can imagine from the original movie, it adapts so well to the stage because you're at the Moulin Rouge, and so they do an amazing job of making you feel like you're in the audience. And it has, the music, the original movie had a lot of like modern pop music woven in. Well, the musical blows that out of the water. There's something like 75 pop tunes that are woven into the show.
Gosh.
In kind of amazing ways, short ways and long ways. And you have a smile on your face the entire time. It's stunningly beautiful. It is so beautiful to look at, and the music is great. So
I just have such a big smile on my face knowing that the shows are back, and season tickets for the 2022-2023 season go on sale 10 a.m. today?
10 a.m. today on our website, BroadwayInCincinnati.com.
Awesome. Before I let you get out of here, because Frozen opens this week, are there any tickets left for Frozen?
Yes, some.
Okay.
It is worth checking because some things could get released, and there are singles. If you're willing to go and sit apart from somebody, you can get those.
All right, Genevieve Holt, thank you for coming. Thanks for sharing this with us first. We appreciate it so much. Fantastic. And more information going to be posted at local12.com, including how to purchase those tickets. All right.